what I saw was something I could do without giving up the security of my salary, something I could do that could be mine. And I fell in love with it.
There's an additional income there which is guaranteed, it's safe, it's forever building, and it's life-changing in that sense.
I wanted a cleaner because there's 17 months between my kids and it was hard work. So I just thought, you know, if I could do that, then that would be great. But I achieved that within about 6 weeks.
The pensions, we realised, weren't very much, but now in 6 months with Forever Living, I've tripled my pension.
My education from leaving school would have never allowed me to have no ceiling to what I was earning. So for me, to have the chance to be able to really have the life of my dreams was the real key thing.
It's delivered more than ever it promised to deliver. More than I can believe.
I had built my life to the salary that I was receiving, my mortgage, my bills, etc. And leaving the job would have meant moving away from that salary. And I lived in an area where there weren't a huge amount of opportunity in the industry I was in. And so I felt I had no choice but to continue working in an environment I wasn't happy with.
My background was in textiles, mainly in product development. Anyone would say it was a really good job, good money, travelling the world, but it was really, really long hours. And I realised that I just didn't have any time at all at home. Didn't have time with the family. I didn't have time to do all the things in life that I wanted to do.
When we got married, my desire has been to find something that will give us a stable income financially, stable lifestyle, because we were going to start building a family. And having worked for the past over 20 years for other people, I wasn't satisfied.
I was the little boy that never wanted to go to school. I just wanted to be with my dad on the farm, you know, and it was just a super way of life, the fresh air, the freedom, and the animals, the tractors.
When they started school, it was really important that I'd be able to drop them to school, pick them up from school and not have to worry about school holidays.
I had a couple of years at home, 2 or 3 years at home, just really enjoying that busy time. But the time came when the money ran out and I needed to think about, a way of helping my husband out with household income.
Farming started to go downhill badly due to market forces beyond our control. The future was bleak, actually. It was very worrying. Of course we were worried, like a lot of elderly people might be coming to their retirement time. We didn't know what to expect. We hadn't got a clue as to what might be. And all I could say was, all the time, well, we've got to make the best of what we've got.
I worked in the city as a futures and options broker for 7 years. I was made redundant a couple of times, which was shocking. So when you turn up for work one day, wanting to give of your best and having given of your best, and suddenly they turn around and say, well, actually, we don't want you to give of your best. In fact, we don't want you at all. It's just such a horrible experience. And the second time round, I set up my own company. 2.5 years of sleepless nights, stress, worrying. Unfortunately, that business went bust and I lost everything.
Everything in today's world is changing so fast. And while much in life is great, much of what seemed certain is now uncertain. Fun, in many cases, has turned into fear, and the future is being faced with caution instead of anticipation. Which is why, if you're looking for an opportunity to make a difference in your life, it's crucial not only to choose the right one for now, but one which will safeguard and secure your own and your family's future.
I believe people make a company and an organisation, and I was really enjoying where I was. But what happened is the company got bought out by another company and a senior management team came in place and it totally changed everything.
I've always had a nagging worry and concern about long-term financial security. My pension provision is not fantastic. It's not something I can afford to retire on when I want to retire. It certainly won't keep the family in the lifestyle that we've become accustomed to. And that's always been something I've worried about, but not really known what to do about it. So when I saw Forever, the one thing I saw was this opportunity to develop a longer-term financial, I guess, stability, security.
I had this idea that setting up my own business would give me control over my own time, and it didn't really. I ended up just working, if you take some time off, if you take a week off, when you come back, you've got twice the amount of work to do. So you're not in control. All the customers start to control you and the overheads, and you get stuck on that treadmill of carrying on and on and on.
I used to work 70 to 90 hours a week. It seemed to be, to advance in business, you just had to put more time and effort in. And what I realised this could give me was a balance for me. It would give me time with the family. It would give me time with my wife. We were ships in the night. It's as simple as that.
My perpetual state 16 years ago was anxiety. Anxiety on the financial front, security front.
I mean, life was a constant worry. You know, when you're bringing up children and you're paying bills and you're paying rent and you're running a car and you're doing all the things that most families do, it's a constant battle. A bill drops on the doorstep and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to pay that? And then before you know it, another one's dropped on the doormat. And so there was always an element in the back of my mind that life was all about juggling. When I first started out in Forever, all I saw, if I'm being totally honest, was about £2,000 a month.
It was as if somebody had thrown us a lifeline to rescue our lives. And that's what it felt like. I'm not saying that I wasn't sceptical. I was definitely sceptical, and I did check it out thoroughly. But everything I checked stacked up against what they told me.
I'm not a risk taker. I like to sleep at night, and the thought of giving up a full-time job and jumping into something new would be too scary for me. And so I ran this business for 6 months. I was doing 70 hours a week, 2 teenagers, husband, 2 sets of parents who were rapidly going downhill, and I just fitted it in. I've no idea how I did it, but I was told I could, and I did, and within 6 months had given up that day job. If you're not in a job right now, you can jump straight in and build an income right away. And for me, today, this business is more important than it ever was, because this is an income that no one can take away from you.
While many companies who we all thought of as long-term success stories are now struggling, Forever continues to grow, as it always has done through the booms and the busts of the last 30+ years, showing remarkable growth in spite of the global economic downturn. Of great importance in the current climate, we're cash-rich and totally debt-free, privately owned and secure with over $1 billion worth of assets around the world, where we operate in over 135 countries, meaning we're not beholden to any shareholders or lending institutions or the fluctuations of unpredictable markets. Forever provides certainty in an increasingly uncertain world. Forever Living Products UK, trading since 1993, has shown continuous growth, with sales now well in excess of £36 million. From our head office in Longbridge Manor in Warwick, Forever provides superb local, regional and national support with excellent training, earning the company the prestigious Investor in People Award in an astonishing 12 weeks. And we recently sailed through the certification for the 2nd time. Why such constant and continued growth even today? Well, one of the major reasons is the way we view our health.